Think of the life force that animates you, often called chi or prana. It is frequently dismissed as a mystical concept, but it operates in a highly mechanical way. It is the literal biological and mental fuel that powers your physical health, your thoughts, and your emotional states. The problem is how we spend that fuel. In modern life, we exist in environments that constantly drain us. Between the noise, the unending notifications, and our own unchecked emotions, our focus splinters. We leak this vital energy in 1,000 different directions every single day. The occultist Franz Barden observed this condition closely. He noted that without control over this energy, a person is reduced to a leaf in the wind. They are entirely at the mercy of universal forces, reacting to whatever gusts blow their way, rather than directing those forces themselves. To stop drifting and start steering, you have to take control of the mechanisms that handle this energy. Doing that requires mastering two distinct yet deeply connected domains, the physical body that houses the energy and the mind that gives it direction. We start with the physical body, which acts as the foundational vessel. Think of it as the literal physical terrain that energy must navigate to manifest anything tangible in the real world. This chart maps the body's meridians according to ancient Chinese medicine. Energy flows through specific channels, like water through riverbeds. Look closely where lines intersect. If you lack conscious connection to your body, flow stagnates. Blocked rivers surface as physical illness or emotional distress. To clear those blockages, practitioners use a technique called the body scan. By mentally sweeping your attention slowly from your feet up to the top of your head, you force your conscious mind to actively locate and feel these physical pathways, clearing the debris along the way. Once the pathways are clear, you have to generate the current. This is done through conscious abdominal breathing. Drawing deep breaths expands the belly and activates a specific energy center below the navel, known as the lower dantian. This mechanical action transforms your body into an active battery capable of storing qi. This physical awareness is the essential starting point. Until you can locate and harbor the energy within your own body, you lack the necessary foundation to attempt its control outside of yourself. But a battery is useless without a circuit. If the physical body is the passive riverbed, the mind is the active engineer. It is the magnetic force that commands exactly where that water will flow. The occultist Aleister Crowley understood a defining characteristic of this vital life force, that energy possesses absolutely no intrinsic morality. It doesn't judge. It simply and strictly obeys the intention of the person directing it. This is why emotional discipline is mandatory. When you let chaotic emotions run wild, they act as internal storms. Unchecked anger or lingering fear disrupts your magnetic pull, completely scattering your energetic focus. That emotional chaos takes a measurable physiological toll. Traditional systems directly link these unbalanced states to organic failures. Chronic anger affects the liver, while persistent fear actively unbalances the kidneys. The 19th century esotericist Eliphas Levi described vital energy as a magnetic fluid that fills the universe. He argued that by learning to shape this fluid with the will, the mind gains a tool to translate internal thoughts into external results. Because energy inevitably follows focus, an emotionally disciplined mind is an absolute prerequisite for further work. You must steady your internal climate before you can attempt to manipulate external reality. To achieve that steady mental state, you have to break the mind's operation down into two highly distinct, interconnected mechanical gears: intention and concentration. Intention is the seed. It is the clear, highly specific impulse that acts as the ultimate destination for your energy. Whether you are aiming for a specific healing outcome or a change in your circumstances, intention sets the target coordinates. Concentration is an entirely different mechanic. If intention is the destination, concentration is the unbroken intensity required to make the journey. It is the tight focus that prevents your energy from leaking out along the way. The relationship is mechanical. Intention tells energy where to go. Concentration is the driving force that gets it there. But the natural mind wanders.
When attention drifts to another thought, it dilutes this intensity. The beam scatters, and energy dissipates before reaching its target. This is why rigorous, unwavering concentration is non-negotiable. Without it, the clearest intention in the world remains a powerless wish. You cannot treat these systems in isolation. Maintaining high mental focus without a relaxed physical body creates internal tension and blockages. Conversely, cultivating deep bodily awareness without any mental intention simply results in wasted vitality. To bring them together, practitioners rely on a technique called nadi shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. It is the ultimate unifying practice, designed to force the mental conductor and the physical vessel to operate in perfect synchronization. The mechanics are straightforward. By manually closing one nostril at a time and alternating your breath, you actively balance the flow of energy between the left and right hemispheres of your brain. Beyond the physical balancing, this breathwork achieves a deeper esoteric goal. It harmonizes the opposing universal forces, the active and the passive, the masculine and the feminine, locking them into equilibrium within your own biology. By aligning the physical vessel and the mental conductor, you change how you interface with the world. You move from a state of passive reaction to the forces around you to a state of deliberate, active direction over your own